we're doing on this overcast Sunday, which hopefully it doesn't rain on us, is we are going to do an oil change on the Mercedes 300D. And I think what I'll do is I'll give you a quick overview on what we're going to do, and then I'll set up the time lapse because I'm fighting against the rain here. So your oil filter housing on the OM617 is right here. You take these two nuts off and the top comes off and your filter's down inside. Ideally your new filter will come with, you know, gaskets and everything that you need, and I might cover that more in depth once I go to change it. Now underneath what you've got is your typical drain. You have your lower oil pan right here, and right here, see if I can, hopefully y'all can see that, is your oil drain plug. So that's where we will loosen to drain the oil. I'm going to jack this thing up just a little bit. Might just jack it up on, I'll jack it up on both sides. And we'll throw some stands under it. That'll make it a little easier to get up under here. As it sits, the oil pan that I have will just barely squeeze under here. So I'm going to jack it up a little bit, and we'll get a oil drain pan in here and start draining this oil. Okay, so it may not be the best view, but the best place I can set y'all up, where I'm not blocking y'all. So while the oil's draining underneath, we're going to change the filter, and you're going to need a 1/2 inch wrench. And I think what I'll do real quick before I do this, I'm going to spray the top off with some brake cleaner real quick. Okay, got it sprayed off. That just kind of make sure when I take this cap off I don't knock stuff down in there. So like I said, you've got two 1/2 inch nuts you're going to have to take off. And this heater hose and these vacuum lines are kind of always in the way trying to do this. So just do the best you can not to disturb them too much. Now this one here is the one that's really in the way, and once you get it off, you know, you're gonna have to push these vacuum lines out of the way, and just make sure you don't unplug them when you do this. You know, I feel like this could have been designed just a little bit better. Alright, so yeah, see, this heater hose is right in the way, and these vacuum lines are right in the way. Just gonna have to work around them, and that just came undone. The boost line, we're going to have to fix that, put it back. So that is off. We'll set this to the side with clean gloves. We've got a little handle right here. We'll grab the filter, pull up on it, and this filter is going to drip. So after we get it up, I'm going to set it back down just a little bit, let it drip, and go get the new filter. So we got our new filter. We're going to take our old filter and we're going to put the new filter box nearby. Set it down in there and set this, and that'll help keep making such a big mess. We'll take our new filter and set it down in there. Now there's a little pipe sticking up that the filter slips over. And we've got our lid here. And we need to get the O-ring off the lid. You can take like a little screwdriver or a any kind of little hook or something. Just peel that O-ring off. Set that down for a second. Now it comes with these two washers, and I'm not actually sure why it includes those. They must be for a different model, because they are not for this. Take our new O-ring, and I'm just gonna, like I said, my gloves are clean. I'm gonna take some oil from this cap, and we're going to smear that around on this new O-ring. You just don't want this thing dry. Alright, so that's good. Roll it on, and now we can put this back on. Place it this way. Start this down in the center of the filter. Pull all of our lines out of the way. Should go straight down. Get your heater hose out of the way, and then make sure you rotate this to where it fits. Goes. I put the writing towards me. Don't know if it matters. And then we start our nuts, and you want to tighten these down evenly, and of course don't over torque them. Tighten that one a little, tighten this one a little. And it's tight. Like I said, we've got these two O-rings there, or the little washers. I'm going to use one for the, one's the right size for the oil drain plug. So I'm going to throw the copper one on the oil drain plug. It's the exact right size. So that'll work for that. And the metal one along with the old copper one. So there's my old copper one from the drain plug. And then there's that metal one. I'm going to throw those back in the bag. I'll put these in my toolbox, and I could reuse that copper one if I got in a bind. But like I said, I'm not sure why they include them, if they include them for the oil plug, but you see, it's the perfect size for it. that's what we'll use it for. Maybe that, maybe the other one is for a different kind of oil pan, maybe aluminum oil pan or something. I don't know. Who knows? Or it could have been a different oil filter housing style. Maybe some of them use instead of that big O-ring, it somehow uses these. I don't know. So that's done. Now I just need to go up underneath. I'm going to put the oil plug back in, and we need to add our oil, and that'll be it for the oil change. It's pretty quick and easy on these things. Alright, I know people will probably disagree with me, but for older diesels, I tend to try to find CJ4 oil instead of the new CK4 that seems to be every diesel oil now seems to be CK4. For CJ4, I found that the Supertech and the Tractor Supply Traveler oil is CJ4. It is not CK4, and so that's what I run. Like I said, it's up for debate, and I'm sure everybody will probably tell me CK4 is better for it, but I tend to think that CJ4 is better for it. Just kind of like on my truck, on the C10, it has a flat tappet camshaft, and there's not, other than like racing oils and some specialized oil, most off the shelf motor oils do not have enough zinc to keep, for a flat tappet camshaft engine. They've pulled all that out of all the new oils, and I kind of feel the same way with the CJ4 versus the CK4. I feel like they've pulled stuff out of the oil to make it better for new diesel engines that have catalytic converters. So I run whatever CJ4 oil I can find. Which, like I said, I found that the Supertech's maybe like $1 cheaper than the Traveler. They both, from doing my research, they both seem to be good oils. It's not like they're not making their own, Walmart's not making their own oil. They're having a reputable manufacturer make it. And the same with Tractor Supply. This is a 2-gallon jug. We'll see how much this thing takes. We've probably put about 1.5 gallons. It's about, 6 quarts? Give it a second to drain down. Check it. We're kind of at the fill level. So we're about 1 quart low. We probably added maybe a little more than, I bet we've got about 7 quarts in it. Maybe 6. I feel like I've got about maybe 2 quarts left in this jug. Maybe. And on these, you want to wipe it, put it back in, and check it. Sometimes your first pull of the dipstick, you don't get an accurate reading. You need about 1/2 quart, 3/4 quart to 1/2 quart. I think that's got a quart left in this jug. Need just a hair more. Check, we're right below the full mark. On that side, we're about half a quart. Go by the lower side. Shoot, it might take 2 gallons. Probably not, probably gonna be a little bit short of that. Probably half a quart in here. We're right there on this side. We flip it over on that side, we're a little lacking. I think we'll go by the fuller side. Well, how about this? We'll crank it up. Oh, there we go. We are full. We got an equal reading on now. Take this out. We'll have to check it again once it's been cranked. May have to add some once it gets some in that filter housing. Put our cap back on. Alright, so we've got our drain pan pulled out, drain plugs in tight with a new gasket. We've got a new filter with a new O-ring on the filter housing. We've got the oil at the fill level, at the full level. Now we just need to crank it up and see if it's full after running it for a bit. I had to add about 1/4 of a quart after running it, and it is now topped off and ready to go. And we can redoing some vacuum lines while I was under here. So we're good to go, and I'll write down my mileage and we'll be good till the next oil change. So thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below, hit the like button, and subscribe for more.